A suspected gas blast at a coal mine in a rebel-held region of East Ukraine is believed to have killed some 30 miners, the rebels told the BBC. One is confirmed dead and 14 were injured at the Zasyadko mine, which saw Ukraine's worst mine disaster nearly 8 years ago when 101 were killed. Anxious relatives of miners have gathered at the scene to await news. There are fears the rebels lack the resources to deal with the disaster, the BBC's Tom Dorridge reports. Ukrainian President Petro Poroshenko has demanded access to the mine for government rescuers and police. The mine union official, Mikhail Volynets, told a Ukrainian TV channel there had been no fighting in the area in recent days. While Ukraine's economy is significantly shrunk since the conflict began in April, many coal mines continue to operate in the conflict zone. Before the conflict, accidents were common in the mines, where safety standards are poor. Ukrainian coal mine disasters November 18, 2007, 101 miners killed after a methane explosion at Zasyadko mine, Donetsk. March 11, 2000, 80 killed after a methane explosion at Barakata mine, Luhansk region. March 4, 2015, 33 feared dead after suspected methane gas blast at Zasyadko. Tell me. Confusion surrounded the death toll in the hours after the blast, which occurred at 5:20 local time 3:20 GMT. In the Ukrainian parliament in Kiev, Speaker Volodymyr Hrozman announced that 32 people had been killed and called for a minute's silence. However, he later retracted the figure, saying instead that one person was dead and the fate of about 30 others was unknown. It is known that, at the time of the blast, 230 people were in the shaft. About 200 have now been accounted for. The sister of one miner who was in the pit at the time of the explosion, Alexei Novoselski, stood at the entrance to the mine, in tears, Reuters reports. "Tell me, are there survivors?" she asked a passing rescue worker. "Why are you concealing the truth?" A welder at the mine, who gave his name as Oleg, said, "I've been down the pit for 23 years, and this is the fourth explosion that I can recall. If they didn't get them out straight away, then later they will only retrieve bodies. An explosion is a terrible thing." Line analysis. Zasyadko, Zasyadko, Ukraine analyst, BBC News. In the old coal mining area of Donbass, the Zasyadko mine is one of the newest. It started operations in 1958 and is now said to be part-owned by Yukym Zasyadko, the local leader with money and influence who was once an acting Prime Minister of Ukraine and is now an MP. The mine is also one of the most dangerous. It is deep and it has particularly hazardous levels of methane. The year 2007 was particularly bad. It saw 3 accidents, the worst of which claimed the lives of 101 miners. In normal circumstances, Ukraine has an established rescue procedure. There are many skilled local rescuers helped by teams that are brought in quickly from other parts of Ukraine. But these are not normal times. The war in eastern Ukraine caused a lot of material damage to infrastructure, power supply and road links across the Donbass. It also ruptured the existing links with central authorities. It is unlikely that the rebels will talk to Kiev and allow the rescue teams in, but will they turn to Russia for help? Whatever the death toll of this accident, it adds to the depressing statistics in this part of Ukraine where the UN has reported more than 6,000 people killed by the conflict that is tearing it apart. The mine is one of Ukraine's biggest coal producers. At the end of last year, the mine was reportedly still supplying coal to coke and chemical works owned by Ukraine's wealthiest businessman, Rinat Akhmedov, in Donetsk region.